Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book addict. There's so many books. Hello everyone, Stephanie here. Today's video is going to be my July wrap-up, but before we get into the wrap-up, I'm just going to be sending some love and kisses to Brazil. I was chit-chatting with one of my subscribers, follows me on Instagram. We were talking. Such a sweetheart. He's a gorgeous little cutie. I'll leave his Instagram down below just in case you guys are curious. I mean, I don't think he would mind me putting his link down below to his Instagram. It's public if I'm correct. Yes, I started following him. But it was just so nice to chit chat and stuff, so thank you so much. Igor something. Okay? I can't pronounce that shit. You already know me though, so no, there's no offense there. I already know. But I read 6 books this month. All but one I really liked. I'm happy I read 6 books. I could have totally read another book. But since Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, I haven't read anything since last week Tuesday. It's been almost a full week I haven't read. Choice though, lobster season was happening. Going out on the boat. Can't eat it because I'm allergic to shellfish. But it was just so nice to be on the boat. I got a nice sunburn. I got really fucking seasick on the first day because I forgot my motion sickness pills, aka Dramamine. It was horrible that first day. And then once I felt better though, I felt good. Second day was perfect. The first 2 books I got through NetGalley for free in exchange for an honest review. And that one was Lost by Natalie D. Richards, which I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I have no spoiler reviews for all of these books, so I'll link all of the reviews down below. But I really did enjoy this one. One Was Lost was about a girl named Sarah who, part of their class thing that they could do is they had multiple activities they could choose from. She chose to go on the camping trip, which was I don't know how many days long. But while they're out on this camping trip, their group gets separated. They see things, they're tagged. One of them has deceptive. Another person got on their on their wrist. One got written in marker damaged and darling and dangerous, and they're trying to figure out who in the world drugged them, who gave them those little nicknames, and who's taunting them. I really did enjoy this book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 only because Natalie did this thing where she tied Sarah to things that her mother did, and it kept going back to that, and I thought honestly that was just irrelevant for the story. I think it would have been better had it not had that little let me compare myself to my mother and let me not be like her type thing in there. It was very, very good though. The whole time I was literally kind of panicking with them. They're out in the middle of the woods. You're just what the hell's going on? But I loved it. So good. The next book I read, which was also from NetGalley, is The Roanoke Girls by Amy Engel. This one is about a girl named Lane who, after her mother commits suicide, she ends up moving to her mother's family, her grandparents' house in Kansas, and she's just getting to know the family. There's secrets, there's things that go on. It's twisted as shit. The family dynamic is very weird. It's definitely not a young adult book. I would think if you're older, you could totally read it. It just has some subjects that I think are kind of weird. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars though. I loved it. I really effing loved it. I loved her writing. It was just so good. So good. The next one I read after that was After Impact, which the author sent to me for free in exchange for an honest review. I unfortunately did not like this book. I gave it a 2 out of 5 because I did like the setting and I did like the plot. I had issues with the inconsistencies in writing. I had issues with the characters. Big issues that I talk more about in my no spoiler review. But it was kind of frustrating. It's about a girl who is on this bunker type thing because a huge meteorite or whatever you call it was coming to Earth and it was gonna kill everyone. So they get 5,000 people. They put them on this underground bunker. I always say spacecraft for some reason, but it's a bunker type thing. They put them to sleep, and 100 years later they wake up and they find out that there's a disease killing people, and you just gotta figure it out and stuff. The next book I read was House of Furies by Madeline Rowe. This is about a girl named Louisa who used to go to a boarding school where they this is in the early 1800s, by the way. 1809 or something is when it starts. But she used to go to a boarding school where they teach ladies manners and blah 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 and to become women and how to eat and etiquette and stuff. But they were very abusive to her, so she runs away from there. An older woman finds her out on the streets, tells her to come to Cold Thistle, which is a boarding house. And she finds out while she's there that the residents, the workers, do things to people that are deemed unredeemable, like unsalvageable, whatever you want to call it. And I really liked it. It was a little eerie, not super creepy or anything, but it was very good. I loved the unique story. I loved the setting. I liked the writing. I did take a 0.5 of a star off, so I gave it a 4.5, just because even though this is a very fast, quick book to read, the plot moved slowly at times, and I wish it would have picked up more, but I really did enjoy it. Like, I really loved it. It was really good. I can't wait for the second book, and I mean, it's also beautiful. The Merciless 3 by Danielle Vega. You guys know I love The Merciless, but this one, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, of course. Super good. It's Origins of Evil, so if you haven't read, like I've said before, you can totally start off with this and then read the other two in order, Merciless and Merciless 2. But I love this. I thought it was amazing. I loved the creepiness. I like seeing how the character that they talk about was beforehand and the changes that happen. And it was just so good. It's creepy. It's disgusting. It's so much fun. This series is so much fun, but like in the best way possible. I really just love it. It does talk about religion. So if you don't like that, if you're religious and you don't like them talking about religion or making cracks here and there and stuff, then I wouldn't read this, because this is very heavily religious talk and not necessarily in the best way. But I love this so much. And the last book I read, which was also effing amazing, was How to Hang a Witch by Adriana Mather. I loved this so much. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved Samantha. I loved the setting of Salem. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is about a girl named Samantha who, she is a descendant of Cotton Mather, but she had never actually visited Salem, Massachusetts. Her father never took her, but her father falls into a coma, and because of medical reasons and bills and stuff, Samantha and her stepmom end up moving into her late grandmother's house, and while she's there, she meets the group called Descendants, where they are the descendants of the people, men and women, accused of witchcraft, and either they were hung or pressed and, to death. And things start happening, and everyone thinks it's Samantha. They look to Samantha, and it was just so good. But that is my wrap up. Again, I have reviews for everything down below. What did you guys read this month? Did you like what you read? Let me know. What was your favorite book you read this month? I'm very curious. You guys know I'm a very curious, nosy person. But yeah, that is my wrap up. It was a very good month. I'm super happy with how it went, and I'll see you guys in my next video, because there's nothing else to talk about. Bye.